If you're a lover of good recipe, good food, then I highly recommend you try this recipe because this stew is so good and it's easy to make once you have all your ingredients ready. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for viewing, and without wasting much of your time, let us start. So these are parts of the ingredients I'm going to be using, and right here is green bell pepper, and then I'll be using red bell pepper, and also I'm going to be using this yellow bell pepper. Look how smooth and nice it looks. And I'm also going to be using this hot chili pepper. This was the only one remaining in my freezer, so I have to use it like that. I'm also going to be using this hot pepper straight from the freezer, and that's why I still have this ice on its back. And then I'm going to be using the green type of it. It's also called atarugu in Hausa language. Then I'm also going to be using these onions right here. And then for my protein, I'm going to be using 3 sets of protein, and this one is one of it. Beef meat is well washed and nicely cut into pieces. I'm also going to be using this shaki, also known as towel. Is well washed and nicely cut. Some comes in white color and some comes in this color shown in the video. And then I'm going to be using these eggs. So I'm going to start off by putting the shaki, beef meat and the eggs on fire. So get a pot, add water to it, and then put all the eggs that you are using inside. So when you're done, you're just going to cover it and leave it on fire to cook. So in another pot, I went ahead to add the shaki inside, and then I seasoned it with salt, with Maggie, and then added onions inside. So I'm not going to add water, I'm just going to mix it because the water from the shaki skin will be enough to cook it for me. So when you're done, just go ahead and cover it also and leave it to cook on fire. So in another pot, I went ahead to add all the beef meat also. Then I seasoned it with Maggie, also with salt, curry powder, a teaspoon of it. Then I added ginger powder, and then onions, very important. Then I'm just going to add water, enough water that will cook the meat for me. But just in case you don't want to wash extra pots, you can go ahead and add the shaki together with the beef meat to preserve the dishes for you. But I just prefer to cook it separately. So when you're done, cover it also and then leave it on fire to cook. Now this is what I was talking about. I didn't add water to the shaki, but you can see it is already bubbling inside its own water. So I'm just going to cover it back and then leave it to finish cooking. I'm going to be using this palm oil, but then I have to bleach it, and to bleach it I have to use this pot. I often use this pot whenever I want to bleach my palm oil. So I will say to you that whenever you want to bleach the palm oil, make sure it's the least favorite pot in your kitchen or an old pot. So go ahead and add in enough palm oil inside and then cover it. But then the cover that you are using, the cover of the pot you are using, make sure that it does not have an opening. Using this pot as an example, this type of opening, all the smoke from bleaching the oil will come out and you don't want to choke yourself in your own kitchen. So I went ahead to add these onions and then cover it and leave it to bleach for about 15 to 20 minutes on low heat. So this is after 20 minutes of bleaching my own oil. I opened it a bit so that the smoke can come out gradually and then it can cool down completely. But just in case you do not like the smell of the smoke, you can take it outside of your kitchen. So I went ahead to wash all the peppers and the onions, cut them into smaller pieces to ease the blending. Get your blender, add hot green pepper, the yellow bell pepper with the onions, and then add the hot red pepper with the red bell pepper. So add a little water. You do not need so much water for this, just a little will be enough for it to ease the blending. So go ahead and cover the blender and then give it a rough blend and not the smooth one. And so if you're watching my video for the first time, I just want to say you are welcome. I have good news for you. Drum rolls. So I always leave complete list of ingredients in the description box, so feel free to check it out, okay? And do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And when you're done, go ahead and pour it inside deep plates like this. I remained a little like this inside blender, then I'll use it to blend my remaining bell pepper. But if you don't have remaining, it's all fine, okay? So you can stop right there. So give it also a rough blend. And to those of you that have been watching my videos, coming back to watch, even just to give a click, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. Please do not stop, okay? So go ahead and pour in the remaining one when you're done. Now you're going to get a sieve cloth, then pour the blended pepper inside everything. We're going to now sieve out the juice from it. Gently and nicely squeeze out the juice like that. So I'm going to set this juice aside. I'm going to now show you when and where to use it as we move on. So pour in the sediment inside the same plate. Then you're just going to give it a mix like this if you wish, and then you're not going to set it aside. This is after 15 minutes of cooking the eggs. I'm now going to remove it from the pot and put it inside cold water. But this is all formality. If you want, you can just drain the water from the pot and then go ahead and add in the cold water, okay? But either way is fine. Then I'm going to leave it to cool down completely and then we'll get back to it. So this is the shaki. The water is all drained. I'm not going to set it aside. Now checking on the beef meat. It's also cooked at this point. And then I'm also going to give it a little stir and then I'll also set it aside. Now coming back to the eggs, I'm going to drain out the water completely and then I'll go ahead and peel off the back. So peel off the back like this nicely. So to those of you that do not like egg inside your stew, I mean, what are people waiting for? Because you guys are missing a lot. Adding eggs to your stew takes your stew to another level of deliciousness, especially this ofada stew we are making. So feel free to try it again and trust me, you're going to love it. So this is the bleached palm oil from red to gold. Hey, how amazing. So the onions have all burnt out as expected. So go ahead and remove all of it. Now that we have all the ingredients ready, let's start combining everything. So get your pot or a frying pan. I'm using this deep frying pan. Add enough of the bleached oil or gold oil. Then heat it up a bit and then go ahead and add in your chopped onions. Then I'll give it a stir. I'm not going to use this to fry my meat with it. It's optional, okay, but I just love the extra flavor it gives to it. Then when it's done, go ahead and pack it out. Then I'm going to be using this dry Eru locust bean, but it's preferable you use fresh one, but I don't have it at the moment, so I have to make use of what I have. So immediately after stirring it, add in the pepper sediment inside. Then go ahead and give it a well stir till everything is well combined. And then I'm now going to season it with Maggie and salt. Then I'm going to add in the cooked eggs. Then give it a gentle stir, being extra careful not to break the eggs. Then I'm going to cover it for about 15 minutes on low heat so that the eggs can soak in all the juiciness of the stew. Then this is after 15 minutes. I'm also going to give it a gentle stir. And then we are now going to put in the remaining content, that is the shaki and the fried meat. If you want to add anything else, I'll suggest you add in smoked fish, chicken, or cow skin, also known as pomo. Now to lighten up the stew, this is when this juice comes in, so add the amount you want, and then also do not let your stock go to waste. Okay, it's very much needed. Then also give it a gentle stir. Even though one of my eggs is broken, it's okay, so be careful with yours. And then go ahead and cover it for another 15 to 20 minutes on fire on low heat. This is after 20 minutes of leaving my own to simmer, and then I went ahead to give it gentle stir one more time. And then when you are done, you're now going to off your fire. And so guys, I went ahead to serve it inside this bowl plate, and it looks so yummy, isn't it? And what is ofada stew without ofada rice? I had to cook my ofada rice immediately. I mean, come on. But you can also serve it with yam, with the normal rice, and it also goes well with Irish potato, even with the sweet potato also. Okay, so you do not have to wait until you have the ofada rice before making this stew. And so guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you find this video useful and you enjoy watching this video, please make sure to like the video and to leave me your beautiful thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell so you always be the first to be notified whenever I post new recipes. And lastly, don't forget to share it to your friends and your family so they can also benefit from this recipe. Okay, and I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye. Don't forget to take care of yourselves.